Now that we've completed, let's see, the center and 1, 2, 3, 4 additional rings, we're going to work with the ring that we had already drawn when we first drew this circle. And we're going to make kind of a zigzag design again, but this time we'll use the curved part of the protractor, so it will make it a little bit more interesting. And so what I want to do is go to the center of this space. We don't have the center divided though, but we do know one thing. We always said, remember, that if we wanted to find the center of something, we can put an X in the middle of it. So because we have an X here, we can lay our protractor from the center of the circle up through these X's, and we can figure out where the center would be on that line. So I'm laying this right at the center of my circle through that X, and I'm going to make a little tiny measuring dot right there in the center. And then what I'm going to do is use my protractor's curved edge to draw a curve from that center down to each one of the corners like that. So we'll go ahead and first mark all of the little centers around the ring. And remember, center of the circle through the X. Just a reminder, when I'm talking about here, this X that's right here, we just go through that X to find the center of the next space. Okay, so now that I've got all of these marked, now I'm going to use my protractor to make all of this curved zigzag. And we'll do that all the way around the perimeter of the circle as well. And again, it's faster if you make all of the ones one direction, and then you come back and you do all the ones that are the other direction at one time. This goes a little bit faster because you don't have to keep swinging your ruler back and forth. Now I'm ready to go the other way. This makes kind of an interesting design because we've been working with so many straight lines, and these all have curves. All right, so once we've completed that design, we're ready to once again draw another circle. So this time we're going to go ahead and move the compass to 4. So I'm going to move the pointer to 4, tape the back so that it doesn't move, And I'm going to draw that additional ring. My design's getting kind of big where you can't really see much of it on the screen, I know. Now that we're at 4, we have that circle. This time we're going to join we'll go ahead and extend the straight lines, and then we're going to join points. So I'm going to go ahead and extend these spokes out a little bit because we don't have them long enough. Okay, now that we have all of those spokes out and touching the outside of the circle, now we're going to go ahead and draw the zigzag back and forth. So we'll just start at one of the points and we'll draw up to the spoke and back to the point, up to the spoke and back to the point. And if you want to create all of the lines that are going one direction at once, you can do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and this time I'm just going to create my zigzag. So it's from the point up to the spoke and then the spoke back to the point. I think I'm getting off of the screen. There. Now we've got that complete. We have one more ring to make, and we'll make it by just taking the tape off for a minute, pushing the slide all the way up, and we'll use that very last opening for our pencil to create that last ring. So place your protractor, you place your compass right over the center, and we're going to use this very last opening. I'm going to put my pencil straight up and create that last circle. Of course, we're going to have to add also the rest of the spokes. So we'll have to come back and draw these spokes again. And then I'm going to let you decide what you want to do with that last ring. I'm going to show you one idea, and you're welcome to use this idea, or perhaps you'll want to come up with an idea of your own. Remember that the most important thing is that whatever you draw, that you make that same drawing all the way around the circle so that it will truly be a radial design. So we're getting these spokes in. Oops. Now that those are all drawn, come up with an idea of your own. I did say that I was going to show you one thing, and it creates kind of like the edge of a gear, perhaps. And what you do is you just draw from upper right to bottom left, either straight or using the curve of your protractor. And then to make it look a little bit different, once you've done that all the way around the circle, you can go ahead and erase a part of the circle, and you get these kind of like fins that go around. So if you like the way that that looks, that's certainly one option. Or like I said, you can go ahead and come up with your own idea. That's totally up to you. So if you do it all the way around the circle, it kind of looks like this when you get to that point. So go ahead and finish out the outside of the ring, and then we'll talk about coloring.